The Legal Lowdown is brought to you by the Pendas Law Firm.
Well, it's time to get the legal lowdown with the Pendas Law Firm. And today we're talking about, so what if you get hit in a car accident and the person who hit you doesn't have any car insurance? Well, I'm glad you guys are here to talk about this because this is a terrible thing that could happen. Attorneys
really
Lou Pendas and Hey Mathis join us today. Thank you for being here.
Always a pleasure to be back.
That's like everybody's worst nightmare, that the person who hits you has no insurance. What do you do?
It is, and you cannot imagine how often that happens here in the state of Florida. It is incredible. So therefore, the most important coverage you could possibly have is what's called UM or UIM, uninsured motorist coverage or underinsured motorist coverage. And this is a term that is used very loosely out there in terms of when people buy insurance, they say, I'll buy full coverage, no worries, I've got it all. Not so.
Okay.
Full coverage means absolutely nothing.
Really?
It does not mean that you accepted UM or UIM. Why? By Florida law, every insurance sold in this state is required to automatically offer you the option of accepting uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist.
That's a good thing, right?
That's a good thing.
Okay.
But here's the problem. People say, oh, look, money's tight. I can't afford it, and I'm just going to sign my right away and waive that type of coverage. Huge mistake, folks. Yep. Please do not do that. That is the cheapest coverage you could buy, and it is the most important coverage you could buy. Why? Because it allows you to get paid in case of an accident when somebody else at fault does not have coverage or not have enough insurance to cover you. So insufficient or none at all. Very important.
And real quick, share with me, what is the law? What are you legally required to have for insurance? Because you're supposed to be driving with insurance, as is the other guy.
Sure. Well, the bare minimum in Florida that you're supposed to have is your personal injury protection. That's the PIP benefits.
Okay.
That's not uninsured motorists. That's not bodily injury coverage. But it's still important to have uninsured motorist coverage because we're not required in Florida right now to have the bodily injury coverage. So God forbid something happens and I hit you, and my bodily injury coverage, if I had it, would help cover you. But if I didn't, then your own uninsured motorist coverage would step into the shoes of me, since I didn't have any, and they would do the same thing that a bodily injury coverage would do.
So Lou, you get hit by somebody like Hayes, who isn't insured. What happens then? And if you haven't gotten that added insurance?
If you rejected UM or UIM, you may be out of luck, unfortunately. And here's why. What we as lawyers then have to do is run what's called an asset check for the person that hit you. And if Hayes doesn't have any money and he's not collectible with sufficient funds in order to pay for your damages, you're out of luck.
You are out of luck. Okay, what if you bought the added insurance? So to leave on a positive note,
absolutely.
I bought the added insurance. And is it really that much more to get that added insurance?
Like I said before, it's one of the cheapest coverages you could possibly imagine.
True.
People on a tight budget choose not to have it because they feel they can't afford it. Yes, you can afford it. It's going to be much more costly in the future if you need it and it's not there, and then you're out of luck.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, so you're hurt, the bills are coming, you're out of work. What now? Because that is probably something that you need to take into consideration.
Yes, now the law does require you to have what Hayes mentioned earlier, which is the PIP coverage, personal injury protection. That covers your first $10,000 worth of medical costs, and you could also allocate a portion of that towards lost wages.
Okay.
So it's very important, but you have to notify your insurance carrier immediately, and that's one of the reasons why it's very important to hire a lawyer. Lawyer can help you through that and handle the whole process, so then that way you can still get paid a percentage of what you normally make and seek treatment at the same time. Very important distinction. In the last few years, you have 14 days after the accident in order to make sure that you start seeking your treatment. Otherwise, your benefits go from $10,000 down to $2,500. Seek treatment immediately.
And call you immediately, because you can walk
Please.
everybody through all of that. Well, thank you guys so
You're
much
very
for being
welcome.
here. Such good information.
Thank you.
So if you would
Thank
like
you.
to go ahead and give the Pendas Law Firm a call, it's a free consultation. They'll talk to you. They'll walk you through the process. The phone number is 904-800-0000. You can also go to their website and you can learn more about all of the other areas of law that they specialize in at pendaslaw.com.